从今天开始，我们和2位德国专业乐迷一起听
没有上过月下的乐队。
嘿，上过学校的乐队，对吗？有上过啥的歌？
还是我来吧。从今天开始，我们和2位德国专业乐迷一起听没有上过月下的乐队和上过月下的乐队的没有上过月下的歌。It's really hard.
We just wait, you know.
Yeah, we just for a little bit.
Do we not do our usual thing, or do we do something new?
Maybe just
No.
still say hi.
Maybe we switch personalities. I'm
What?
Julian now, and I say I'm Julian, and you say I'm Max.
Really? Could Julian do that? Hi, 大家好，我是表情银行的思雨。
嘿，大家好，我是表情行的通通。
Hi, I'm Julian.
Hey, I'm Max.
Okay.
Did you read all the lyrics?
No, you're the research guy, remember?
Yeah, I translated all the lyrics.
Yeah, for sure.
I also compared them to contemporary Chinese poems. And like did a research thing. I also wrote an essay about it.
Yeah, I did nothing and I'm drinking beer.
Oh my.
Yeah. Oh. Here we come together again and we listen to music again. Did you miss
Yeah.
those feelings?
Yes.
Yes, it has been
4
a
weeks.
long time.
I think
4
it's been
weeks.
4
1 month.
weeks, almost a month
Yeah.
since the
Yeah.
last time.
Really?
Yeah.
It feels like yesterday.
We still have this award today, so I will introduce the award. This is can you read it? Can you read this?
Of course.
Huang Fai
Huang.
Oh. Okay,
Wow.
there's PN. Oh
Yeah.
man.
I think you told us before
Yes,
about
yes,
those.
yes. Yes, this is really good.
I'm very excited to win those.
And we have some special snacks today. It's vegan 包子 and Julian has already made some.
How untypical.
Yeah. So before this show, we already did a voting. I let our followers vote for those 5 songs, and those are the votes.
Big difference.
Big
Yeah, big
difference. And
difference.
here are some 2 songs are really, really close. And the
interesting.
first one is like really far away from everything.
How many people want to eat these? Just so I can calculate.
I definitely want to
Yeah,
eat
yes,
some.
of course. You
Oh.
also want some?
Depends on you.
No,
Depends on.
I don't. You.
I think the
I'm
problem
a
is
Chinese. It's
that
easy for me.
the plate is in front of Max, and Max feels
Yeah,
very.
maybe we do it like this.
Yeah.
Okay, let's listen to the first song.
I'm
First song.
excited.
The band is called 假假条, and the song is called 芒山.
Yeah, and the lyrics part, we also added the pin in.
Yeah, so you can learn from it.
Great!
Yeah.
And it's 2000.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, who goes first?
Who starts?
You can, I can.
Paper, scissors, rock. Paper, scissors, rock. You start.
Okay, so you do the decider.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's very interesting that we immediately dip into the territory of music that probably would have never been part of any kind of big show. Because this music is first very dark, and if you look at Hyperstage, it's like very metal, it's very like aggressive and powerful, but it's never really dark, it's never really depressing, so that people would kind of not feel good while listening to it. Maybe Retros at some points had this kind of depressing stuff, but it was also upbeat and powerful. And this one is like this classical, oh, not classical at all, but what I wanted to say, it's very, or it's classically dark in the sense that there's no moment when it's kind of, now it's happy.
Yeah.
You know, it's this dark music that never stops being dark music.
No
And
hope at all.
of course, I love that. Thinking about like terms, doom, of course, sludge is kind of very close to doom. That I thought of came close is the band called Russian Circles. I also wrote on Sun O. But of course, Sun O is more spherical oftentimes and not so.
Loud.
Yeah, interesting. Huh?
I loved we wrote the same thing, bagpipe
But
question mark.
I don't think it's
Bagpipe.
bagpipes. I don't
Probably
think
not.
It's the Chinese trumpet, right?
Yes, we had this instrument
Yeah,
in
it was in the show.
in the Big Wave and Fulusho
Yeah.
collaboration.
The
Okay.
little Chinese trumpet.
But not the Wucharen, like this tiny.
No, not that one.
No.
But this little instrument like made it immediately kind of exotic, you know, it kind of
Yeah.
it's the
Yes,
sound, but
yes.
now you have this.
Yeah.
Because I even know this kind of music with like trumpets or saxophone. But this sound was like so like a touch different, so that it made it immediately interesting to me.
Yeah. This is actually from the northwest part of China. This is really, really Chinese. So
Yeah, but it also has this kind of stereotypical Chinese
Yes.
sound, a little bit. Not 100%, but sometimes. Okay, I could talk forever.
yeah. Okay.
But I'm wondering, because now it's immediately that point where I think, okay, this kind of sound could be off-putting to many people, but also many people could love it. So I'm immediately at the point where I have no idea where I would put that.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have to compare it.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Okay, now Mac's turn.
Yeah, I also wrote down Doom, but also this reminded me of a very small, like DIY screamo band called Lhasa. I don't think you know them. They have a song called Mother Earth, Father Sky. I also really like the Chinese trumpet, especially the Chinese trumpet breakdown was nice.
Okay.
How about the baby's crying?
Oh yes, the baby was also great.
Yeah.
The baby was great.
Great baby.
Great baby.
Yeah, the deeper translation mostly picked up on the like opposites, the things that there's these comparisons: fire, water, spring and summer. But it didn't really pick up on all the dark stuff, like mosquitoes and maggots as monuments.
Oh,
I
really?
don't think.
Didn't?
Oh.
Okay.
No.
Oh yeah, I changed the sentence.
Yeah. So I didn't expect. I expected it to be like something like sad or maybe melancholic, but not as dark as it turned out to be.
Yeah.
Very surprised.
I wanted to ask, is like Shah or Kill also the name for the god of evil?
Yeah, this is the Chinese
Same-
character has
same
a lot
character.
of meanings. It can be noun, it can be verb, it can be adverb. So Chinese is like that.
Can you compare it to any foreign bands, this band, or like in the degree of brute? Like, for example, I was listening to Portrait of Guild and Conjurer in the last few days, and it feels to me like these bands are focusing on techniques or being very good musicians at some points. Of course, they are also transporting their emotions, their their message through the songs. But it was like not so dramatic.
Yes, it's a
in
different
their
focus.
music. Yeah, maybe it's not their focus, but yeah, to me, like Jia Tao, this band is very focused on being super dynamic and dramatic, also emotional.
Okay, next song.
Next song.
This is my favorite lyrics.
A heart-wrenching joke and a long daydream.
By Omnipotent Youth Society.
It's 2 pages.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's 2
this,
pages.
by the way, this lyrics translation is original. It's from their album. So
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought the lyrics were like kind of Fulu Show style. That was really strange. So it started off in this kind of like finger-style guitar, like this. Do you remember Andy McKee?
Oh yeah, and
Yeah,
yeah.
it sounded a lot like that, like the steel string
The
finger
sound of
style.
the guitar.
Yeah, when you play with like the artificially hardened fingernails and stuff like that. And then it turned into like this kind of pop song that was almost a little bit the Chair style.
He also said.
No.
I don't think it's the Chairs actually. Chairs doesn't have this sweet bitter feeling.
No, that's
Chairs is just-
what comes in the chorus. I think the bitter.
Maybe
Maybe
at the beginning also bittersweet.
maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I like it more than Chairs, definitely. I really like the chord progression in the chorus, even though it's pretty cheesy.
You really think it's cheesy? Okay.
It's like very dramatic, right?
Okay,
Well,
let him finish it.
I think it's positively like melancholic
Yeah.
to me.
Also a
Then
little
the
epic.
cheating violin, and now
No,
there's
it's
no
not.
way
It's
back.
cello.
Yes,
Cello.
sorry.
Yeah.
We also have
The cheating string instrument.
flute, but I don't think it's so cheesy. Maybe
later
maybe
you-
it's cheesiness that worked on me.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
It worked on me too. I really liked it. I thought it was weird. I got a little bit whiplash because I kind of switched back and forth between like, oh, this is really poppy, and then like, wow, what's going on? And then later like, what's this?
Okay.
And also I really like the lyrics. I think these 4 lines are like really, really good.
I also found it not so cheesy, but quite boring.
Ah.
I thought it sounded a lot like the Chairs, which is probably dumb and not true, but to me, I had immediate Chairs association.
Maybe I have to throw in a band that, because I was thinking the entire time of King Crimson.
Wait,
Yeah.
oh man, now you took it from me.
Yeah.
I wanted to
there's
say-
an-
Okay,
Oh, you wanted to say it?
Yeah, say it.
I wrote on King Crimson, but for this instrumental like finale. That's what's super King Crimson, because you had the guitars like, but then you have the flute, and you have this like the drumming kind of like half time to the guitar or something, and the back like, At this point, this part I loved. This part was really nice. This was really like, wow, now there's something happening. Like this part.
The worst part, you didn't think of King Crimson? No. For me, that was the more,
Who do you think?
Yeah.
Which song do you think?
You mean.
I was thinking of the song like Fallen Angels or Book of Saturday.
Completeness in the morning, asleep on your side. I'll be waking up the grooving, but none would right.
Because I mean, they had the cello, which to me was like this classical cheating cello that we have talked, or cheating string instrument that we had talked, because it was just came in, it works, it's melancholic, it makes you feel something, but it wasn't really warranted.
Really?
To be there.
I think it's on the point, actually.
I think it's also on the point.
Yeah.
I really like the. I mean, can you maybe put on the thing and the way you think? No, I found
can we listen to the King Crimson?
No, the part that you think that sounds like Crimson, which is not the finale.
It has a lot of like the phrasing of King Crimson.
Yeah. It's just a very different sound, I think.
It's a different sound, yeah.
Very different guitar
It has
sound.
this emo sound.
The
but
hall, a lot of hall, like this open...
a clean guitar, cleanness, Like everything's independent, but also intertwined with each other.
Yes, I agree.
Like this to me is good phrasing, maybe.
My favorite line in the lyrics is this one. I recall the dagger I have been concealing. It's in a way like funny, like, oh, I forgot this thing. But to me, it's also like melancholic, you know.
Yeah, it's melancholic.
This kind of, I don't know, this big thing where at one point it sounds dreamlike, the sentence. Like you dream and then you have this dagger and you put it somewhere and then something entirely different happens. And this has nothing to do with it, and then at some point you find this thing and then you kind of have to use it for something.
Yes.
This really dreamlike quality, this sentence.
Where do you going to rank them?
I personally like them very similarly to the first band.
Oh, okay. How about Julian?
I'm so confused for 1 second.
Yes.
I didn't like them as much, obviously. But here, like, if I look at those two things, it could very well be possible that like the first thing is way lower than the second thing.
Okay, third song.
Yeah.
Chica? No. What's the name? This one?
This is Zirke.
This moment is the first sentence.
Okay, but what's the band name?
The band's name is later I'll tell you.
Okay.
I'm going to snack the last note.
Yes.
Take it.
Okay.
You should do it.
Yes.
For Max. Fix everything.
Okay, that was a trip. It really started low for me and then got up and up and up and down, thinking about maybe if this was the best song.
Wait, I want you guys to guess who are they, because you've listened to this band in this show.
Oh, this is why you're...
This is the only band that
okay, but
already...
you sure?
No.
Okay, now by the show, like the
Another
drumming
band
wasn't so
from the
intense.
first round, but they leave really early.
Oh, is it Neon Garden?
No. Okay, but for a moment talking about that one.
Okay, you can talk about it. I'll later tell you.
Yes.
It's to me like really kind of strange that generally it's pretty difficult for me to find comparable bands with all of the bands, but also with this one, even though it is all of this music, or especially the first one and this one, is like so close to music that I also listen to. It doesn't even take a lot of elements, this song. There's not like crazy a lot different stuff happening. It's just like very rhythmical, very driven, very powerful, very long, very drum centric. In the beginning I had this new wave vibe, because there was this kind of hall and
Oh, you thought the beginning was new wave?
new wavy, yes, but this was only like
I
the
thought-
closest.
You know what the beginning reminded me of? Journey. They have this song that's really famous. Look, it's used in a lot of TV series and movies. That has a really long intro. That's kind of similar to this
It
one.
was just like rhythm and nothing else, which is great. I mean, the longer it went, because there's also, then you had this like synthesizer for like 2 times, like and then for one very long part you had a really horrible sounding cymbal. No, it kind of fit. It was kind of fitting. It wasn't horrible, but it was like all the time. I started to listen to Sim and then I couldn't hear anything, and it was like.
Wow, for me, I think it was very good.
Yeah,
In a
I
way,
think the symbol was
yes.
recorded very nicely. Or you think it's bad? Wow.
No, it's more like this.
special. It's special.
Yes, like usually what you would usually call bad, but in this context it kind of worked when it was very noisy.
Yeah, noisy.
Yeah,
Good
noisy.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not necessarily bad.
Okay.
Great song. I think I would give it the same number as the first song.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with Max. I think it got better as it went along. And it really reminded me of Battles.
I mean, Battles is very clean often, and like from the sound quality wise, it's very not
Modern.
the same. Modern,
It's more modern.
But from
more
the like
experimental.
the rhythmic power, it's
Yeah, the
Drummer
repetitiveness.
yeah.
Yes. They stay on a one chord the
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
time.
yeah.
But I can't understand why you said like Neon Garden. You think it
Oh, yeah.
sounded like Neon Garden because they are very energetic, like, right? I can tell that you made a comment like the singer is very awkward. He's doing a lot of strange
Yeah,
moves.
you think it's
Oh.
like punch in the air? Remember the singer? A little bit like Joy Division.
I remember what they look like, but I don't remember the name of the band.
What do they look like? How?
On the spot.
So the singer has like shoulder long hair,
Yes.
and it's like straight and
Yes.
like parted in the middle.
Yes.
And I think he had
that's
a black jacket and like something
Yes,
red
yes,
underneath.
yes.
Yeah, I think,
Glasses.
yeah.
Okay, this band is called 法子.
But yeah.
Left, right?
No, 法子. No, not 左右啦. It's
Okay,
法子. 法子. Yeah, I know you didn't remember this because we just talked about them just once.
Yeah,
And
and they didn't make much of an impression.
Yeah, and also I think it's such a pity they just left in the first round because they played a really old song of theirs. This is a new song.
The funny thing is, if you had said in the beginning, yeah, this is Farze, I wouldn't have bring
You
any
don't know
back.
it. Yeah, but you did maybe have something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just said I won't. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I know, but Julia, if I
Well,
tell you.
I said I wouldn't.
Okay. The next song.
Right, Max?
For sure.
Okay, 24 years old of you.
Yeah, English.
What does it even mean? I mean, I love the band name. I really love this kind of emotional band names.
It sounds like it's a little bit like Man I Trust, you know. It reminds me of like a little bit like that. I mean, as Man I Trust.
Do you know Man I Trust?
Yeah, of course, I love them.
They're great. And I
Yeah.
also love the band name so much.
Yeah, what kind of music do you expect think of this
When you
title.
see these lyrics also. Make a guess.
I hope it's emo-core.
Okay. How about Julian?
Or Screamo.
I have no idea.
Classical Screamo intro.
Now you can clap.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Like that. Okay.
Media.
Hmm.
I forgot to say that the cover for the last one was my favorite cover also.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this is my favorite song so far.
Okay.
Wow.
Yours too?
No. Definitely not.
I'm picking up some water.
Okay.
This was really good.
Yeah.
I had goosebumps.
Yeah, me too.
I also really like it. The first time I listened to it, I was really also, wow, there's
Yes.
something special.
Such
Yes.
a cool chord progression. So unique.
I have some association when they started to incorporate the drum and the bass part.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking
Portugal
of
Man.
Portugal the Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what did you like about it, Julian? What was the thing that catched you?
Well, from the beginning, the catchy, what's the English name of the instrument? What's the not the piano, the thing that plucks.
The plugs?
The plugger.
Dulcimer? or-
Dulcimer, yeah, that's the English name. It's not a dulcimer, I know it, but
Yeah.
it sounds a little bit like it because it has so many overtones. The keyboard they use in the beginning.
And they probably use a arpeggiator, like a digital arpeggiator to... it's not a real piano.
Yeah.
It's probably a digital piano.
Right.
And they use digital devices to make it sound so
And it has
robotic.
and it has lots of overtones, which reminds me of the dulcimer.
Yeah.
And that was pretty catchy, and I think the melody that it plays is like it's like simple, like, but not like a children's melody because it's,
Are you talking about in the beginning?
yeah,
The beginning, yeah.
because
Did it
it's
have overtones at all?
yeah.
To me, it sounded like so flat, like so. Did. This is just a did.
Yeah, everything has
Did,
overtones.
Everything has
yes,
overtones.
Okay, did this have like especially a lot of overtones?
Like
If you have a lot of overtones, maybe something sound very rich. You know, you have this association. But in this case, I think what you mean is actually the airy thing on the top of the note.
yeah,
There's something that is sounds like the touch of the strings, maybe
Right.
the touch of the
something like etwas Klirrendes.
yeah, something noisy, like in
Yeah.
the very high upper register.
Yeah.
I get it.
And just the constant rise of the music was also really good. I think every time they added something, it just got better.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm taking back what I said, like what I immediately said. It's not mediocre. It's not boring. It is indeed has a lot of different things, a lot of associations. I also had like all over the place. Okay, now it's that. Very different parts. So it's quite interesting. I guess I wanted to intuitively antagonize you.
Of course.
But still, it was. I think it was my least favorite so far. I don't know. It didn't vibe with me. I didn't like the singing so much. I didn't like this melody in the beginning. I don't really like the lyrics. They're like don't really lead to something. It feels more like some sentence. I mean, it's not necessarily bad.
It's a space there. You can.
You might not know. I know something begin to change, but you might not know. It's kind of this. Okay, there's like the beginning of a concept which never leads to anything really.
Okay.
It's not a horrible thing. Lyrics do not need to have a bigger theme or have a story. But I mean, this is not so important. There were parts that I found also like endearing when. I think after the first part, when I think the drums and the other instruments kicked in the first time, there was like a thing where I thought, okay, now I think I like it more, but then I don't know especially what it was, but then it came back to something where I felt that I didn't like it again.
I have association with a post rock band called EF.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I listened to it because it has a lot of reverb.
Yes.
And this song also has a lot of reverb, and the vocals like embedded in this sea of reverb.
Yes. And also, I think the last part actually sounds to me it's like a climax part of a post rock song. Yeah.
Yeah. It has post-rock elements.
And I think they are classical influenced for sure. This song.
Probably yes.
Yeah, now I can quote her. She left a comment and I translated it. She said, "The snare drums is one of the meanings of the song, which comes from the classic snare drum rhythm of one of my favorite classical impressionist musicians, Claver's masterpiece Bolero. The snare drum is used as the signal to call each other from parallel universe."
Oh, nice. It's the...
Da 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 da.
Da 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 da.
Da 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 da.
Yeah. I know
From
the
the
song.
beginning to the end, it's always this same pattern.
Because of her comment, I listened to Claver yesterday night, and I was so into it.
Yeah.
Like I found a masterpiece.
Sleep.
No, I couldn't sleep because I found a masterpiece in Claver's catalog of music. It's the Piano Concerto in G Major Movement 2. I really recommend everyone to listen to it because
It's really a catchy title.
Yeah, it's catchy title.
So catchy.
It's almost as catchy as Bach-Werke für Zeichen.
What a banger.
The last band is called 戏班.
I expect a noise song from the
And
lyrics.
it's the song is called 拿出来, literally it's take it out. 戏班 is kind of do you know Chinese opera? You know Peking opera, right? Chinese they have we have a lot of kinds of operas in different places, and this 戏班 is generally those group of people who playing Chinese opera. This kind of kind of concept.
And they are also touring through China, like
traveling people.
Yeah, traveling people in small wagons and like almost like circus people going from town to town.
Every translator I put these lyrics in said you exceeded the maximum limit of language. Okay.
宝贝拿出来，把你的家伙拿出来，比这个金王你出事呀！拿出来，拿出来，拿出来，拿出来，比这个金王你出事呀！比这个金王你出事呀！拿出来，拿出来，拿出来，拿出来，拿出来，拿出来，拿出来，拿出来。
This is off the charts, you know. You cannot even compare that to the other music. Not necessarily quality-wise, but just from the point of music. I mean, I would definitely give this like the highest score.
Oh wow!
This was so. I mean, this was basically dance floor music. So I wanted to be on the dance floor.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I was okay. It's kind of traditional sounds. I was thinking of Je Heise, even though of course it's a different sound, but it's like traditional music. It sounded like traditional music in the beginning. It's singing, it had this kind of murmuring and some and then there was this moment. It was so good when it stopped. Like this was the music was. This was the moment when I was in this thing when it stopped, and then the like bass, which was not a bass, which was like a bass drum, but not a bass drum, you know? The very deep drum. And then they had this percussion, this kind of klimpern, this in the background. I love that sound. This is also something that Lingua Ignosia does a lot. At least in some sounds, the percussion is really like. And I think she also has Chinese instrument. We have to. I was thinking last time, but I don't care. But then
actually, not all Chinese instruments are used.
Probably.
Okay.
It was a didgeridoo.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a didgeridoo. I was noticing that, but I thought it's probably a Chinese version.
No.
That's not no.
It doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist.
I don't know. Was this traditional, or was this like traditional sounds, but then like a rapper? You know, someone like very modern, like doing a modern interpretation of this kind of sounds, because it sounded like with a rap flow kind of. Could have been like a rap battle, like a traditional rap battle 200 years ago. But maybe it's also. But maybe, I mean, you could tell me that this is like the most traditional band ever. I would believe you, but you could also tell me that these are like 17-year-olds reinterpreting Chinese cultural sounds. I mean, maybe it wasn't even Chinese cultural sounds. The didgeridoo, maybe it was like
different cultures
from different places, from different cultures.
Definitely.
Like,
I think the only way you can compare this to Yearheads is if you like, if the show like imprisoned Yearheads and tried to force them for weeks to make a song that doesn't contain any Chinese elements music. This is what would come out of it after they went crazy.
But you don't you don't see any Chinese elements in this music?
Not
I can understand that we have those reference points that we say, oh, this is like didgeridoo. This has this Australian indigenous music vibe.
And it sounds
also has
African.
Indian,
also
has African vibe,
Indian
vibe.
Yeah.
But we don't. Maybe you don't see the Chinese reference points. Maybe because you don't.
You don't listen to this ancient rap.
You don't listen to Qingqiang.
Yeah. You said it's traditional. It definitely is. They themselves they said it's influenced by the traditional Chinese operas from like northwest part It's not Peking opera, definitely, but there's a lot of really, really good types of Chinese operas there, and it's all sounds like rap or Chinese ancient rock and roll. It's really, really cool.
And also Chinese blues, like workers' music from like 200 years ago. I was amazed by it. It
so
sounds
awesome.
so great. It's so strange, but it's so unique. Like they have blues elements in their music.
Yeah.
Like you can totally see that if they develop blues, okay,
that makes sense.
it can be true.
Yeah.
You know, if Chinese people develop blues at some point in timeline.
I'm gonna disagree with you here because I will rate it the lowest from all the songs.
But for you personally?
For me personally.
Okay.
Wow.
But I still really liked it. I just like the other ones better. I agree with you that it's more like a dance song, and it would be probably better to hear live or like performed as part of a set where you can dance to it. And musically, it didn't catch me that much, although it was like very surprising in a lot of ways. The didgeridoo, the repetitiveness of it, the rhythm-focused music.
Yeah. Is everything?
Yeah.
Now we do a ranking.
That will be difficult. The problem is there's one that's
Really, really.
really high and one that's pretty low. I mean, it's not as low as this is high, but so we kind of need two outliers in a way. So for me, the most obvious outliers would be the first and the last.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, for example, is the first one Jia Tao? Is it on the last place? Because I think it is. I think the chances are high that it is on the last place.
Wait, I think I show you the band photo first. This is I Mean Us. This is I Mean Us.
Beautiful
This is the
photo.
singer.
Beautiful band.
Yeah,
They
so
look so great. I want to give them more love.
that's good. I didn't show you the picture.
Yes,
before.
hot bias. I mean,
Hot
I've not voted yet, so
Okay,
I only
so,
put them in first place.
So this is
I
Xiban.
couldn't imagine.
This is
that.
Xiban.
The last band.
The last
The
one.
last
yes.
one is the lead singer.
This is how you write. Oh, none of my lessons took hold.
This is Fa Zi. Of course, you've seen this guy. Remember this guy?
No.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
guy?
of course.
Yeah.
I remember.
Okay,
course.
doesn't matter. This is Jia Tao.
Jiatao.
Yes, of course.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
This is
The
万
second.
万能青年旅店. Yeah, the second.
Omnipotent.
Omnipotent Youth Society.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll tell you the rating now. So, the fifth place is Xiban. Take it out.
Oh, this one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was. It was close between the last and the first place.
Okay. The fourth place is I Mean Us.
Oh, damn it.
Okay, Dada Chow will be the number one.
The third place is Fa Zi.
Yes. That's awful.
Well,
One right, one correct.
Yes.
I have two correct.
Okay, great. And
But this will also be correct.
second place is Jia Tiao.
Oh, that's not good.
Omnipotent Youth
Wait,
Society first.
Yes,
Wow.
Okay.
Close enough.
Julian, first episode of Demei.
Yes.
Julian is the winner. You can just start to snack it. Yeah, it's really
Awesome.
good. Tell us your genuine rating. What's your favorite band?
Xiban.
Xiban is your favorite
Xiban.
band. No, okay.
And then Jia Tao. So if I put this in second place, like my heart said, that would be right. Then Fa Zi. And then, I mean, like from the points I wrote down, my lowest rating was I Mean Us. But if I kind of remember the bands, I think this one was the one, Omnipotent Youth Society was the one that interested me the least. I think I just wrote down these points to have like
Okay.
to not be so low. But I would say I Mean Us is fourth and Omnipotent Youth Society is last for me.
Okay. How about Julian?
I really like I Mean Us and Omnipotent Youth Society. But Omnipotent Youth Society, Faze and Jia Jia Tiao were on the same level for me.
Okay.
And I Mean Us really stood out. And then Shiban I also liked, but was my least favorite.
Is it good?
It's really good.
It's better than German version.
Yes.
Like us, right?
It's also more subtle than you would think. Because of all the pepper, you would think it's like really spicy and really something, but it's very subtle. So at the beginning, I thought, okay, it's not so different than ours, but now it's like, okay, the subtle taste is like really good.
Don't eat the pepper.